Hello, lovely people. Welcome to Val Fashion's YouTube channel. My name is Eunice. In today's class, we'll be learning how to make this beautiful puffy structured cap sleeve you see right here on the table. Having a basic sleeve under this cap sleeve is optional, just like the one I have here. This is really beautiful and very simple to make. This is what it looks like on my client. Can you see how the cap sleeve is sitting right on her cap and is sitting really beautiful? You can decide to stitch this to the armhole or to place it over the bustier. For me, I stitched it to the armhole because I'm not using embellishment on this outfit. So if you want to place it over the bustier, then you have to use embellishment to cover the part you are placing on the bustier. I hope you understand that. So this sleeve is really beautiful and very simple to make. If this is something you are interested in learning, please make sure to keep on watching till the end. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel, kindly click on the subscribe button to subscribe and ensure you put on your notification bell so you get a notification every time I upload a new video. Thank you, and let's get right into the video. These are the materials we'll be using to make our puffy structured sleeve. First, I have a basic sleeve pattern, and this is a short sleeve pattern I have here. Here I have the brocade, which is the main fabric, and I also have medium weight gum stay. So first, from the starting point of the sleeve, I'll come down by 3 inches. So I'll mark 3 inches here. And I'm going to mark these 3 inches. I'll draw a straight line and I'll do it in such a way that the straight line does not get to the end of the sleeve. So I just slant a little like this. Can you see what I have? So 3 inches and I slanted a little. So by the side here, just come in with about 2.5 or 3 inches. Let the straight line not get to the side, that's to the end of the sleeve. Okay, so I'll cut this out. So this is basically what I need. So I'm going to be drawing slash lines. I'm going to be slashing this sleeve and spreading it. So first I'm going to measure what I have here so that I can slash them equally. I have 6 inches. So when you divide 6 into 3, you're going to have 2 each. So I'll mark 2 inches here, and I'll mark the second 2 inches here, and this is the last one. So I'll use a straight line to draw out my 2 inches. So having done that, I'll bring in my paper scissors and cut. I won't be cutting through. I'll stop like 1/8 of an inch away from the end of the sleeve. And please take note that I'm cutting from the upper part, that's the cap area of the sleeve. I'm not cutting from the down part. So this is what I have here. Can you see? So now I'll bring in my gum stay and fold it into two. My gum stay is folded into two, and this is it. So I'll bring in the sleeve pattern. I will place it like this. Now this is the end, the end of the sleeve. That's the part I didn't slash open. I'm going to place it diagonally like this. Can you see? It's more like an angle 90. So from the folded part of my gum stay, I came in with about 1.5 inches. So I'll use my masking tape to tape it down. You can also use your pins to just pin it down to the gum stay. But please take note, can you see that the down part is touching the folded part of the gum stay? So having done that, I'm going to now slash. I'm now going to spread out the other parts. So I'll spread out by the same 1.5. Let's confirm. So once it's up to 1.5, that's fine. So this is 1.5, and this is another 1.5 here. So I'll use masking tape to tape it down too. You see, it's forming more like a circle. So this is it here. So please take note that this point is touching the folded edge of my fabric. So having done that, the next thing I'm going to do, this is the starting point. Let's just mark it here. You see? So this is the starting point. So from this starting point, I will go up by 3 inches. Here, this is my 3 inches. So I'm just going to use my pencil, use my free hand to connect it. You don't have to take it all the way to the end. This is just it. Can you see? I just connected it to stop here on the second one. And then now I'll bring in my paper scissors or bring in my scissors and then I'll cut it out. This point where this curve I drew stopped, I'm just going to notch this place. Just notch it like this. Okay, so here we are. So I can now take off the pattern paper, and this is what my sleeve is going to look like. You see, this is what my sleeve is going to look like. So that is why I notched this place, because this point be gathering from here to achieve this sleeve. So I'm going to tape this pattern back, because we're going to still refer back to the measurement we have here. So now I'll place this on my fabric and cut out 2 pieces. I'll be using the fabric to line the fabric. So if you're not going to be using this fabric to line the fabric, you can cut your fabric and your lining. So I'll cut it out and show us the next thing to do. So I've cut out the sleeve and I ironed the gum stay on the one that will serve as the lining. I'm working with a brocade fabric. So if you're working with a light fabric, you can iron gum stay on two of them. But brocade is a bit on the hard side, okay? So now the next thing I'm going to do is to take this to my sewing machine and sew the base. This is the down part of our sleeve. I'm going to stitch it on 1/2 inch. Then I'll come back and show us the next thing to do. So after stitching the base, you can see I went ahead to notch it. So I'm going to turn it to the right side now. I'll turn it to the right side and give it a very good press. So the notches I have there will actually allow the curves to relax well. Turning the sleeve, this is what I have. So right now go and stitch this on my machine round, and then after stitching it round, I'm going to run a gather stitch. To run a gather stitch is to use the longest stitch on my machine so that I can gather it. Remember that I notched a particular point, and this is it. Remember that this was the point I notched. So basically, if I open up by 1.5 at this point and then place my sleeve like this, and you see open up by 1.5, so this is the point where I should start running my gathers from. So I'm just going to notch this point. I will also fold into two like this and then notch it on the other side so that our gathers will start from the same point. Can you see? So this point I notched here on the fabric. I'm going to run gather stitch from here to this side. That's after stitching it. Then I'll come show us how to do our gathers and achieve our structured sleeve. Okay, so here is our sleeve. So you can see, can you see how puffy and structured, well structured it is? It's really coming out beautiful. But there's something I realized. I don't have a gathers footer. If you have a gathers footer, you will not actually experience this problem. Because I have gum stay in it, and brocade is a thick fabric, so it is hard to draw the thread to gather it. So that is why I resorted to using my needle and thread. So let me show us how I achieved this. You can see that it came out really beautiful. So let me show us how I achieved this. So the notch part, this is the part I notch where I'm starting my gathers from. All I need to do is to insert my needle from there. So I'll begin to insert it. I'll insert it and bring it out on the other side. Insert it into the other side, bring it out from the front. I'll keep doing this tiny, tiny. You don't want to do it too bold. Just make sure that it is tiny. Let the space in between be small, small. But if you have a gatherer's foot, that's fine. Or if your fabric is not as hard as mine, you can use your machine to run a loose stitch. So I'll keep doing this. Can you see what I'm doing? All I need to do is insert it into the back and bring it out from the front. I'll keep doing this till I get to this end. Make sure that you knot your thread at the end so you can see that I dragged it and it didn't pull out. So I'll keep doing that. Bring it. This is what I have here. You see? You see how beautiful our sleeve is. So you can go ahead and measure what we have here. Remember that this sleeve is on fold. So this is just one side. So I'm going to measure what I have here. I have 6 inches. So folding my fabric into two or folding the sleeve into two. So you want to be sure that you have the same 6 inches. So can you see that I have the same 6 inches? Okay, so this is the final outcome of our puffy structured cap sleeve. You can see how beautiful it's sitting on the cap area of my client, and it came out very beautiful. Like I earlier said at the beginning of this video, you can use the sleeve placement method where you just place the sleeve over the shoulder and then it just extends to the over bust kind of at the side. So that way you are going to have a wider look like the one you see on the thumbnail. But for me, you can see that this is a Queen Anne's neckline and it has a yoke already, which goes at the underarm. So that is why I decided to make this sleeve go under the armhole. That's to stitch it like a normal basic sleeve instead of using the placement method of just placing it on the shoulder and then just extend it to the upper bust area. Okay, so this can be done in two ways. You can stitch it to the armhole and have this effect that I have here, or you place it over the shoulder and then it just extends over the bust area like the one on the thumbnail. But be rest assured that you have to use applique like embellishment to cover the the open part of the sleeve. That's you're going to embellish it. You need to tack some beads around there to cover up that part because you cannot leave it rough. I hope you have learned something from this video. If you have, please make sure to like this video, share this video with your friends, and do not forget to subscribe to my channel. Also make sure to put on your notification bell so you get a notification every time I upload a new video. Thank you so much for watching. See you in my next video. Bye.